Or maybe.
Good morning.
Oh my gosh.
Cheers.
Cheers. Happy packing day.
Happy packing day. Let's do it.
Is this our real height difference?
This is, yeah. All right.
It's packing day.
Packing day. Smooth, smooth, smooth.
So we're super excited. This is actually the first packing episode that we've ever done on the channel, right?
Right, yeah, first time.
And we've traveled to like Iceland, the Philippines, all over Europe. We even did a cross-country trip across the US last year, and that was super fun. But we are super stoked to do this episode now because we are actually packing for a really epic trip that's coming up. And Grant, drum roll, please.
All right, so we're going to Greece, Croatia, and Spain. And Teresa has a lot of experience in Europe. You know, she went to Oxford for 1 year, study abroad, so she's been everywhere. So I'm going to be relying on her to be able to help us get through this process. And I mean, as you guys know, I'm typically the pack mule. So I carry all the bags, and she does all the planning. It works out for me, and I think it works out for her too.
Actually, I think that's the really cool thing that we're going to be doing today is I feel like this video is going to be really casual just to show you guys how we actually travel, how we pack, and we're excited to show you guys what's in our bags. You guys ready?
Let's do it. And for this episode, we are excited to partner with Level 8 Luggage.
We'll put like music over that. We're going to do an unboxing video for you guys because Level 8 has kindly sent us his and hers luggage. We're excited to partner with Level 8 and see what exactly we can get in here for our 3-week, 3-country trip. Let's do it. Yay, this one's mine.
This is slick.
I picked the champagne color for
Wow. Look at this. Wow, rolls like you're on butter. The texture is nice. It's really light.
Let's take a closer look. I think one of the most important features of roller luggage are the wheels. And if you've ever had a piece of luggage break on you where the wheel falls off or stops spinning, you know how hard that is to drag that through an airport. These wheels look really high quality, and I love that each of them have 2 wheels. So you technically have 8 360-degree spinning wheels. I think it's gonna glide like a dream. It has this nice telescopic handle, which is really great. And it's a really nice, smooth and easy pull. It doesn't snag on anything. I also love that there are 2 handles here. You have the top handle and the side handle, and both of those are really convenient depending on how you like to carry your luggage. And another cool feature is that it actually comes with its own lock. This is a TSA approved lock, so you don't need to buy a separate one yourself. But if you do want to get a separate lock, you can use those on these zippers. So dealer's choice. My favorite part is this compartment right here. So there's actually a laptop and tech compartment here, which is super nice. It says that it can accommodate laptops that are up to 15 inches, but actually this is a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and it fits for me. So, you know, I do a lot of traveling for work as well, and one of the hard things is TSA, you just never know. I think it just depends airport to airport, whether they make you take out your laptop or not on the conveyor belt. And that's why I've always just put my laptop in my backpack, even though it's heavy, just because when you're in line, it's kind of hard to rifle through luggage, right, if you put it in a normal piece of luggage, but having it here in the Grace, I'm really excited because it's right here, super easy to access. So if they're like, hey, take out all of your laptops and large portable devices, right? It's right here. Boom, baby. Super easy. So I'm just excited because I don't have to put this in my backpack anymore. So here we have the classic clamshell design, which is my preference for luggage. You know, some other luggages have just like all of the compartments in one. I like that it's split in two, so I can split my clothes and my toiletries. So the main reason that we went with level 8 for our 3-week, 3-country trip across Europe is really the dependability and the high quality at an affordable price. And you know, you don't have to take our word for it. It's actually won awards. The new Voyager series won the Newsweek Reader's Choice Award. And on top of the accolades, there's that user credibility. So it actually has thousands of user reviews online. You can check them out for yourself. And if you want to get your hands on one of these for yourself, we actually have a promo code that you guys can use. So go to level8cases.com and put in the promo code GT10 and you'll get 10% off of your purchase. Oh, you touched your phone. He's not sure what to do.
All right, so now I'm going to show you some of the things that I like to take on my trip. So let's take a look. All right, so I always like to have some collared shirts, blue, red, gray. This is great for dining out in dinner time or just having a little bit more of a formal look. All right, so these are my pants that I'm going to be bringing with me on my trip. I like to have, you know, kind of like a casual but semi-formal, nice beach vibe linen. So I got 2 of these guys. My nice pair of black jeans. I'm prone to spilling, so you know, even though I've got some light linen here, whenever I'm drinking coffee or just traveling, I like to have darker clothes, except for obviously the beach vibe. All right, I got my shorts here. I typically get really hot, so I like to have, you know, cool weather shorts to keep me nice and cool. And so I got my black, my khaki, kind of my lighter linen. All right, so I've got my casual, just kind of black t-shirts. You know, this is great, you know, on travel days, going from airport to destination. We've got our Ragnar tee, so, you know, this is great for showing off the dog on the road. And I've got my athletic all-purpose shirt here. Got my athletic / you know, sleeping clothes here. I like to have my sweatpants. I've got my athletic pants, shorts. And these are nice. You know, they've got an internal lining, so I don't have to wear underwear if I don't want to.
What?
So, you know, it's great for, you know, you can technically go swimming in these if you want or go on a run. They're kind of like a multi-purpose option. So, you know, it gives me the opportunity to wear, you know, athletic water shirt if I want to, or, you know, if you guys want to see my ultra white stomach, you know, I can always just go without it. So.
No, save it for me.
Save it for me. So I got that. All right, so these are kind of my go-to shoes. Got my all-purpose flip-flops. You know, the Hoka brand has a really nice, comfortable fit. So I really like wearing these. You know, they kind of have that recovery gel to them, so you know your feet kind of feel really nice in them. You know, I've got my formal shoes, so you know if I'm wearing my nice linen pants and I want to go to a nicer restaurant, I can throw these guys on. And these are my day-to-day workhorse shoes, and I like them because, you know, again, they're black, they're comfortable all day. My feet aren't barking by the end of the day, so these are great. They usually come on all my trips. Got my toiletry bag. I've got my Uppercut hair gel, obviously like deodorant, you know, some cologne on the go. Something that's really important to me actually is like body glide. So when you're walking a lot like Teresa and I are, sometimes when we're out and about, we're going 5 to 10 miles in one day. This is just nice to kind of be able to glide around so you're not chafing or you just feel more comfortable wearing what you're wearing. And they've also got a foot glide. I'm blind without my contacts. That's always with me. Travel toothbrush, toothpaste, different sprays, glasses. So this is pretty much what I'm taking with me everywhere. You know, it's not a whole lot, but it gets the job done. It keeps things light. All right, so I've got another handful of accessories here. My all weatherproof emergency jacket. So it's really small. I get really warm, so I don't really need jackets. I mean, I'm wearing my winter coat, but this is nice because I can throw it in my backpack if there's a quick storm, throw it on, keeps me dry. I've got my microfiber towel. So if you get wet, you can dry yourself off real quick with this bad boy. Toiletry kit, that goes with me everywhere. I'm prone to nose hairs, so Teresa makes me do this every day.
It's your nice grooming kit.
Yeah, and then apparently I have stray gray eyebrow hairs, and just recently I started actually trimming them, so Teresa's happy about that. Spare toothbrush, shoehorn, extra clippers, you name it. I've got it. Also, this is my little side bag here. This thing is helpful because I can throw my Osmo pocket in there. I can throw my wallet. It's right in front of me. I feel safe when we're traveling. I know it's kind of a big beast, but you know, comfort over looks in this situation, and also functionability is really key. Oops.
My goodness. All right. Wouldn't want to leave home without this deodorant.
All right. I love to get DK travel books. What I like about them is they got pictures, which is important to me because I read only seldomly. So to have pictures, I can kind of find stuff that I like. You know, so since we're going to Croatia and Greece, I thought it would be fun to get these.
And you know, you actually use these.
I do.
You, for our UK trip, you bought the London one.
I did.
And you were reading it on the plane and at the pub when we had some downtime.
Yeah, so when we were in the UK, I was hanging out at the pub. You know, Teresa had, she wasn't feeling so well, and she was upstairs sleeping. And so I was downstairs having a glass of scotch, reading my DK London book, and I found out that there was an epic castle called Eilean Donan, and it's in the Highlands of Scotland, and so we pulled an audible, we changed up our plans, and we were able to go there. And if you look back in our videos, you'll be able to find that castle. Definitely worth taking a look. So these are great. You know, sometimes when you're Googling online, it just, you know, you get your top 10, and usually it's everyone's top 10, but here in this book, you really get a nice versatile look at what that country is about. Bring my laptop with me everywhere I go. Something Teresa and I, we always have to do is, you know, if we need to do any on-road emails or editing or, you know, business meetings or whatnot, it's important that we have our laptop with us. So obviously this is going to be with us all the time in case we need to log in and meet with anyone while we're on the road. And I'll do that gently.
My turn. So first up are tops. I like to keep things pretty simple so that it's easy to mix and match. Here I have a simple black tank top, a gray tank top. I have like a nice-ish sleeveless white tank. This is a nice, more structured tee. Go to normal J. Crew striped tee. So all of these, you can see the color palette is pretty simple. I just want to be able to mix and match. Next, I have a couple of skirts. Here's where I kind of like to have fun a little bit. So I was like, I need this. I need this for my Greece and Croatia trip. It just makes me think of fun in the sun, love on the Adriatic. It's just a lot of fun. So I'm excited to wear this skirt. And then I also have this skirt. This is really easy. It's on the longer side, but I like it because I can wear it, you know, sightseeing, or I can pair it with a nicer top for a nice dinner. We have some bottoms. Here I have some shorts that are really comfortable. I love the pockets that they're zipper pockets. Here I have a couple of pairs of linen pants, and usually the places that we like to stay, they have irons, or if not, you know, we just put them in the shower or in the bathroom when we shower, so it irons out the wrinkles a little bit. But I brought a couple pairs of linen pants because why not? If we're going to be in Greece, we're going to be in Croatia, nice to have some linen pants. Okay, next we have kind of a more comfortable casual clothing. So I would like to wear these on travel days or just days when we're lounging in our hotel. So I brought a couple of pairs of just yoga pants. These are super stretchy and comfortable. I brought some tank tops because it's going to be hot where we're going. And to pair with these, I brought a couple of just like athletic sports bras because they just pair nicer with the tank tops. Thank you. Next, we have our pool wear. I am in love with this little matching set. So they're little shorts and just a really nice lightweight button-up shirt, but I just leave it open, and I like to use it as a swimsuit cover-up. So we're going to do a lot of swimming on this trip, 7 days on a Croatian yacht. So I'm actually going to bring, I have a third, I think, swimsuit set that I'm going to wear, but it's wet and drying right now. There's nothing worse than wearing a bathing suit, have it be wet, and then having to re-wear that the next day while it's still wet. I don't know about you guys, but it just feels gross to me. So I like to have a few swimsuits in rotation when I know I'm going to do a lot of water activities. So I think I will bring at least 3 swimsuits on this trip. Next up is sleepwear, and these are my favorite pair of pajamas. My sister got them for me, so it's a little matching set of poodle shorts and a cute sleep top. You know, we love our dog Ragnar. We like little poodle things, so this is just a nice lightweight sleep set that is really easy to pack. I'm not actually packing this, but what I like to wear to the airport is just a nice, comfortable matching set. So I don't know what it is with me and matching sets, but maybe it's like a millennial thing. But when I see these, it's just, I love it. I gotta have it.
She loves the way she looks in those matching sets.
I do. So these are just like super soft travel pants and a cute, I haven't worn this yet, but I know I'm gonna love it, a little sleeveless tank top. And what I like about this is I feel like I can just mix and match this top with any of the skirts or pants that I brought or that I'm packing. So this will be my wear on the plane outfit. I've learned from many years of traveling with Grant that he loves air conditioning, especially in hotels. And he runs warmer, I run colder. So I always bring a comfy sweatshirt layer. When I wear it on the plane, I don't need to pack it in my luggage. So that's why I wanted to call it out separately. The other thing that I'm bringing is my ever faithful, this is my Patagonia Nano Puff jacket. I have had this for, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years now, probably, right, Grant?
Yeah.
It's like my mainstay jacket, and I love it because it just packs down so nicely. Next, let's talk about toiletries. So this is what a real life, maybe non-Instagram ready toiletry bag looks like. I just like to separate things from things that could spill and things that are drier. So here I have my facial care routine, I have my toothpaste, things like that, nasal spray because I have allergies. So dinner is over. We had a nice dinner with our I just feel conscious. As I sneezed. Okay, take 2. And shampoos and things like that. In this container, I have my contacts, my inhaler, and my makeup remover wipes. And in here, this cute little case that actually my sister just gave me as a bridesmaid gift with my name on it. This is where I keep my makeup. And you guys won't get to see the inside of this, but it's my underwear, extra bras, and socks. And here's a bonus tip for you guys. We've slept at a lot of hotels, and these 2 things have helped me so much make sure I get a great night's sleep wherever I am. So I always bring my really comfy, cozy sleep mask, just in case those blackout curtains don't work. And I usually take a handful of these soft foam earplugs, throw them in a Ziploc bag, and I put them in my luggage, and they live permanently in my luggage. So that's all the stuff I have. Let's see if I can actually fit it in my luggage. So you guys can see all of that fits in here. No, yeah, and I haven't even expanded it. So that's the other feature that I forgot to mention. These are actually expandable, so you can unzip it and you get a couple inches more of room in your luggage. This is an unexpanded version, and I was able to fit everything I needed in here. And I still have my backpack for my little carry-on in-flight essentials.
All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys some of the tech that we take with us when we do our filming and we go on vacation overseas or just film up here in the United States. But our workhorse that we do most of our filming on is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. This guy right here. We each have one. Teresa has an Osmo. I have an Osmo. You know, we can dual yield that filming game and try to get the best footage that we can when we're out in the field. Okay, another tool that we use is the Insta360 X3. So this guy gives us a 360 video coverage. And what's great about this is we actually have an extender. So we just put it on this guy and voila, we've got 10 feet. We can swing this guy around and get a lot of really nice coverage. Obviously we use a lot of mics, and I've got mine right now that I'm wearing, but there's some times where I'm like, I lose it, I can't find it, so we have a lot of spare mics, different accessories. We can kind of prop it somewhere and all that kind of thing, and also just some basic side tools. You know, obviously we can charge stuff with this little Rory. It's good for our iWatch. We can plug it into our iPhone. One of our tools that we use is the iPhone. So it's great when we're kind of looking for something that is a quick shot. We need to just shoot and go. We can use this real quick. Not as great as the Osmo in my opinion, but it's a really great audible when you're in a situation. And we use this this stand for our iPhones. And what's great about it is, you know, it kind of unfolds. You can prop it like this, and you've got this little button, so you can go and get a picture of yourself, or you can record yourself walking into a cafe or wherever you're at, and you can kind of keep this thing discreet. We really love this guy, the Bistec, and it's great because when we're traveling and we can kind of plug this in where we need it. Now we can play around in Europe and get stuff charged. We technically use a GoPro. Unfortunately, we forgot it today. And so we won't show you that, but when we're in Croatia, we'll definitely use that diving into the water so you can see all the fish. Here's our drone. So this guy can follow us around, get a nice little drone shot. This is the DJI Neo, and it's so light, so compact. I mean, I don't even think it weighs 2 pounds. So this is essentially what we use, and we've got the Osmo, we've got the Insta360, the drone, the cell phone, we've got the GoPro, which I forgot, and we have found that we can get some pretty good shots with these tools, and we can't wait to show you what these things can do in our Croatia, Greece, and Barcelona video.
So real quick, our philosophy when it comes to packing is pack as light as you can while still being comfortable. And that is why over the years, our version of traveling light is having a single roller each. So this is small enough to put in the overhead compartment, and a backpack. So this isn't, I don't know how the scale looks on the camera, but this is not one of those giant backpack across Europe because you're 18 kind of backpacks. This is like a 25-liter lightweight backpack. And the reason that we're able to travel so light is that we actually strategize. We build it into the itinerary to make sure we have time to wash our clothes. So we either do that by booking an Airbnb with a washer and maybe a dryer if you're lucky. So we just, every few days, we make sure that wherever we're staying has a washer dryer, or maybe if it's a hotel and they have a laundry service, even if it's a little spendy, I think it's worth spending that money rather than spending it getting a luggage twice this size and filling it with clothes so that I can only wear things once. The other option that we are starting to do more and more, because we like to move around from place to place, is actually just washing our clothes in the hotel or the Airbnb where we're staying. So I'm going to show you guys some of these hand wash Tide packets that we like to bring, and each packet you can do up to 3 uses. So 3 hand wash loads, and sometimes there's a way to dry things in your Airbnb, sometimes not. So we also love this contraption, which is a travel portable clothesline. So it's super lightweight, takes up practically no room in your luggage, and it comes with the clothespins built in with these little beaded spacers, so you can adjust the clothing as needed. And I know we'll be using it a lot on our Croatian cruise because we're going to have a lot of clothing to wash and bathing suits to hang up. So hopefully that's helpful. Hopefully that gives you some ideas for your next trip, so that maybe you won't have to pack as many clothes and you can just wash when you're on the road. And I didn't tell you this, but I actually brought our luggage scale. So we're going to do a little bit of a comparison, like a his and hers. We're going to see who can pack lighter. I feel like you might have the edge.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to pack lighter.
I feel like you're going to win, but let's see.
Hair dryers.
But I need like a
hair
handicap.
curler.
No, but like I need a handy. Well, girls have products and makeup and toiletries and things like that. So I feel like as a guy, I feel like you have a competitive edge. So what handicap do you want to give me in terms of the weight? I feel like it's only fair, right?
Sure, yeah. No,
okay.
I think you're going to be about 10 pounds heavier than me.
10 pounds? I was going to say the handicap should be like 3, so that you're being very generous. But I'll take the 10.
All right, there you go.
So what would you guess your total packing weight is with roller and backpack?
I think my total packing weight's probably going to be around 40 pounds. What do you think your packing weight is going to be?
I am going to guess 35 total.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. I think, okay, 35, and that might be completely unrealistic. But I'm going to shoot for 35.
Okay. All right, so it's the final countdown, and we're going to find out who has the heavier luggage, backpack and roller combined. So what we've got here is the Travel Inspira, and you just latch around this, you hook it on, you make sure it's on, and then you just lift up. 27.0 pounds for the roller.
Nice. 27.0. Plus.
Backpack is 5.8.
What? Are you kidding me? You're only
Heck
32.8?
Yeah. Only 32.
Oh my gosh. I'm nervous for mine. So Grant, the score to beat is 32.8. I'm a little nervous because I feel like mine's heavier. 26.0.
26 point.
Oh wait, sorry. 26.8.
All right. 26.8.
It's hard to read with my sunglasses. Okay, and then 9.0. You win.
So yours is 35.8.
But I was close.
You were very close. That was great. Great.
I was without going over. I was I guess 35, and I was 35.8.
True.
And your guess was 40. So you technically, with the Price is Right rules, you went over.
I guess
and
you're
I
right.
am closer
so
with the guess.
Teresa wins.
So we kind of split it, right? So
Yeah.
like I'm closer with my guess, but you have a lighter setup. So
it's all right. Just goes to show how light these bags are.
yeah, I feel like this is a good amount of stuff. And it takes a lot of weight off of my back having the laptop in here. So I'm excited.
Woohoo! Thank you for joining us today on this packing video.
And before we go, we do want to answer all the questions that you guys submitted online. So before we posted this video, we asked you guys what your top packing questions were. So we'll answer those right now. First up, what is the best underseat carry-on luggage that fits a lot? So for us, it's the backpack. So we have 2 different kinds of backpacks, to each his own. I have the REI Co-op Trail 25 liter. I like that it's super lightweight. It's just a nice lightweight backpack that fits a lot. What about you?
Yeah, I've got the North Face 25 liter bag here, and same features. It's a nice flex vent, and it's not too big that my back's starting to hurt, and it's small enough where I can get it underneath that seat in front of me and
Yeah.
no problem.
Moving on to the next questions here. How do you minimize what you pack when you're going places? I always overpack. So I think this goes back to what we were talking about earlier, which is building a laundry strategy into your packing. Would you say that?
I would say that's the case. The more we've traveled, the more we realize it's better to underpack, because if you're traveling somewhere, the likelihood of you being able to find a shirt or find a pair of pants or find shorts, you're going to find those things anywhere that you're going. So if you just pack less and you just know, okay, maybe I'll buy a few things along the way if I run out, or universal things like toothbrushes and this and that.
Okay, so we have some other questions that came in. What are some must-haves for travel comfort? What would you say is your travel comfort?
I would definitely say, I didn't showcase it today actually, but I always bring compression socks. And they're really helpful because I just feel a lot better when I get to my destination.
That's a good one. Compression socks are important. I just feel like my legs swell up too.
Oh, I know. I can barely
Like
get my
how
feet
those
out of my
walls-
shoes.
Yeah, that's a good one. I agree with that as a must-have. Anything we found to be overrated and not worth packing?
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things where you definitely want to have some snacks for the road, some snacks for the room, but it's really easy to overpack things, like thinking that you're going to need them while you're traveling. But the reality is, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're going to be so excited to see the local cafes and restaurants that, honestly, just buy the food when you get there and don't worry about bringing too many snacks for the road.
That's a good one. I would agree with that. As someone who loves to overpack snacks, I agree with that one. And then our last question, do you ever purposely not pack something because you intend to just buy it there at the destination? So yes, I would say there are things that we just intend to buy there, but for me, they don't tend to be the essentials. I like to have everything that I need in my bags, but I save room for things that I might like when I'm there. Example would be when we went to Mexico recently and we bought some ponchos.
Right.
So we saved room in our luggage, and we knew that if we saw something that we liked, we would bring those home. It's like we build souvenirs into our strategy, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Oh, my legs are...
Okay.
I need to stretch.
He's taking a stretch break. That's hard, like kneeling on hardwood here.
Oh. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. I'm back.
Okay. So, thank you guys for being here with us on our first ever packing video. If there's anything that we didn't cover, let us know in the comments, and maybe we'll do another one sometime down the road and cover those follow-up topics.
To wrap it all up, see you guys in Greece.
See you soon!